Good morning, guys. Look at this. I woke up with immaculate hair. I have a great hair day now. Um, well, I still haven't received any welfare. I'm kind of super tired, so I think I'm just gonna lie down again. I just said hi to Moss and some others in the kitchen real quick. I had to go over and pee. But yeah, look how beautiful I am. Guys, I already woke up a while ago, but I'm gonna have some breakfast now. You know me, tea, rolled oats, sugar and milk in both of them. Let's go. Thomas is coming over. I'm not sure when. And I'm listening to some New Vegas radio. It's nice. Today, I don't really know what to do. I really want to test this thing right here, but I also don't want to risk it. Because I guess I would be risking my my fast charger over there. That's like the only source I have that could power it. And if it's yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I should probably just wait. You know what? Maybe I'll install the electro piezo mod in my electric unicycle today. Gotta do something, right? Well, itadakimasu. Let's go. Out with the old, in with the new. Dude, those power pads, they were more like weakness pads compared to the Grizzlies. Holy shit, they would have to do something crazy, rediscover something about physics for me to switch to anything other than Grizzly at this point. It's amazing. It is like having a completely different wheel, much more powerful and responsive. You feel much safer. I used to think that the feeling of being locked in was kind of a detriment, like it was dangerous, but I realized there's so many benefits to being locked in, if not completely, then almost completely. Like, well, like if there is a crash, you know, the wheel, it's going to like stick to my legs for the most part. It's going to be slowing me down. I'm going to be slowing it down. It's not going to have some kind of trajectory where it's going to hit innocent people in the head. You know, because it's basically going to be stuck to my legs. I'm so happy. Now I'm starting to clean up all my electrical equipment, except for the few bits and bobs that I need. I had to order some 5-watt resistors because I need to run a resistor between the positive negative in and the positive negative out, so one each, and it's just to basically drain these capacitors. Like the input and the output capacitors need to be drained, because otherwise these are gonna be hot, and let's say something happened inside of the box, like when the capacitors drop below a certain something, then the box becomes, because it's bonded to the negative, it will become hot. Well, it could become hot, and that's why I want to put these resistors there to, you know, drain this, make it inert, so there is no chance of potential electrocution. Of course, the box will be wrapped in shrink wrap. You know, I got all this shrink wrap here of different sizes, so don't even worry about it. Like, there's going to be a 0.0% chance of anything bad happening to me. I've spent a lot of time on safety features with this box. It's not just putting it together like my original prototype. But yeah, let me clean up here a bit, because it's gonna be a few weeks before I receive the last parts for the box. I could test it now, but you know, I don't want to risk anything. Like, I could connect the box to my fast charger here. This is basically a what do you call it? Like, it takes AC and turns it into DC, the opposite of an inverter, like a charger. But yeah, I can basically add this cable I made here yesterday to the output, and then I can just input this XT90S into the input side over here. I could do that, but if something went wrong, I'd fry this thing, and I don't wanna, so I'm just waiting. You know, when it comes to these kind of things, patience is key. There you go. Got this thing back on there. Patience is key, so I'm just waiting. Not in any hurry to electrocute myself, you know? Oh yeah, and a family friend from Portugal, Björn, he just got a hold of me. He had borrowed some stuff of mine, and you know, eventually he knew I was never gonna need it again. So he knew if he didn't need it, he might as well sell it. But he hadn't actually paid me back in full for this equipment, so he just sent me the money. Ah, so nice. Ah, I'm so happy. Especially because the government, they didn't send the money today. I'm gonna get it tomorrow or the day after or some shit like that because I got a foreign bank account, so it takes a little while extra. But yeah, now I still got money. Hey, feels good, man. I already said this last month. This month is gonna be a great month in many different respects. I'm gonna buy some new pants. I need some new denim pants because these shits. I just need something that's more baggy, something that's better, and I'm gonna get some E-Rights wrist protectors as well, and a few other bits and bobs from AliExpress, like an inline fuse holder and those resistors I talked about. Just a few different things. Oh yeah, and another piece of good news. One of the e-bikes I got, I may be able to sell it. You know, or rather to use it as payment for rent rather than actually having to pay cash. And I need to get rid of that bike. So it's perfect. Like everything's just panning out this month. Hey, I think I'm gonna try and hang out with Moss, see if he's down to hang out a bit. What a great start to the day, guys. Let's go. You know, maybe he's down for going for a little bit of a bike ride. Let's see if we can't get Moss out there. This is a great fucking day, guys. Yesterday I used the word sackatours, today goblet. I like practicing these older words, or using them. We can't forget about language. guys, here we go. Done shopping. Parked the electric unicycle. Let me show you what I've been up to. Just been hanging with Tobias all day, the owner. We met his friend while we were down shopping. They're walking together now. I helped him out with applying some oil to these. He's gonna use it for frames for some of his art that he showed me in here. I don't really want to intrude on his space, but yeah, he showed me a bunch of his art in there, and even more in another room. And yeah, we just went shopping together, went for a bit of a bicycle ride. Me on the wheel, obviously. And now I'm just chilling. I think I'm gonna go over say hi to Moss. Just finished that long but civilized debate about circumcision. I was pro, and Vilas I was talking to, he was con or against. But there is a caveat. I only believe it's not molestation or like destroying someone's body if you do it to a male child before they're 1 year old, so they can actually stand a chance of, you know, healing and not having all this reduced sensitivity and no ugly scar. I know people who got circumcised later in life, and to them it was like a terribly traumatizing experience. I mean, they really regret it, and they have all kinds of trauma and depression as a result. Whereas when I speak to people who had it done as a, you know, half a year to a year old, it all healed perfectly. They don't believe they have any reduced sensitivity. In fact, you know, a lot of these guys, they have issues with having too much sensitivity. But yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna have a kid anytime soon. I don't imagine most women want to live this kind of nomadic lifestyle. So I don't think there's any worry of me inflicting that upon someone. But it is a debate where I can completely understand both sides and kind of agree with both sides, because it is kind of fucked up to do something like that to a non-consenting child. But you know, having to deal with you know, having a medical circumcision later in life because of issues with the foreskin being too tight, that's just too brutal. I knew a Danish guy who had that done at like 16 or so, and it just fucked him up. Like, it fucked him up properly, because he already was sexually active, so this just kind of destroyed him. He was very depressed as a result, and even if there's only a minute chance that my kid has to deal with foreskin issues, I can't accept that they're gonna have to live a life with such reduced sensitivity. So I think it's the lesser of two evils. At least that was my argument. Maybe I'm fucked up.
Masser brændenælder, der bare er blendet til sådan en paste, ikke? Og der var så meget godt med i sådan en der, næring og sådan noget.
Det lyder meget spændende.
Det lyder imponerende spændende.
Ja, lad os prøve.
Det er en god måde at få sådan en koncentreret næring ind i fordi at vi mangler brændenælder her.
Det er ikke dårligt.
Det er godt, ikke? Og det er en god måde.
I finished hanging out with Daniel. Now I'm just gonna chill out in my little cave here. Drink some strawberry milkshake. Let's do it.